Hi, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the New Jersey Titans Coaches Corner. I have with me the head coach and GM of the Titans, getting ready for the road trip. It's Craig Doremus. Craig, thanks so much for taking the time.
Thanks for having me, Tommy. I appreciate it.
Come off the NAHL Showcase in Blaine, Minnesota. We'll start with the off-ice experience. Looked like it was very well attended. A lot of parents who probably normally don't get to come out to the East Coast to watch their kids play, scouts and others. What was that part of the experience like?
I think, I got to start with giving credit to the North American Hockey League league office and the group of owners that put together, in my opinion, the best event in hockey. It's an unbelievable event, from the way we're treated as teams and personnel to the way they treat the college coaches and the different scouts from every level of hockey there. It's a top-notch event. It's well run. It's organized. There are not many items left unchecked in terms of a first-class experience off the ice, and then obviously with the hockey as well. But I always stop and kind of just take it all in for a minute there, because I find, even after doing it for so many years now, I find myself very fortunate to have that opportunity to get to participate in the event and do it with such a good group of members and partners in our league. It's a special event, something I talk to the players about trying to get in there. Just take that minute when you first get there to take it all in and then get down to business, as they say. But I think it's a spectacular event, and what a platform for every organization to put themselves out there, albeit from the junior side of it or from the youth program. Everyone has a great opportunity to display themselves and their teams and their organization. So again, as always, well-run event, top class, first notch, and want to thank Mark and his staff at the league office for doing a tremendous job.
Now we look to on the ice, dropping game one to Amarillo 5-2 before picking up your own 5-2 win over the Chippewa Steel. So after a tough result to start things out, that's a nice comeback. And again, as you mentioned, a not so familiar setting.
Yeah, absolutely. I was happy with our bounce back effort, and throughout the week. Again, for us, without having a preseason, you're still evaluating and watching a lot of players and tactics and what works and what doesn't work for this current group of players. So for us, saw some good stuff, saw a lot more bad stuff that hopefully we've addressed here moving forward. But again, just the experience of going through that loss, rebounding with the win there, and then obviously, just getting yourself even after 2 days was important for our group.
Unfortunately for you guys, good times really didn't keep rolling. Losses to Austin and Wichita Falls. And we talked last week about playing 4 games in 4 days. Now, obviously, no one's going to accept that as an excuse because everyone's got to do it. But how do you feel you guys, forgetting the scores, how do you feel you guys responded 4 games, 4 days?
I didn't think that was a problem in terms of the mental and the physical side of it. I didn't notice that much of a letdown between game 1 and game 4. Obviously, I think whether it is 1 game or 4, I think we want to play with a lot of pace. I don't think we did that, at least not consistently well. I think that's something that we have to improve on, playing fast, playing with a lot of pace, both with and without the puck. So that's something we want to address moving forward, regardless of the game count. But I was happy with the guys in terms of that. I think they did a good job of taking care of their bodies and giving themselves a chance every day. I didn't see a fatigue factor per se set in. I think that's important. It shows the depth of the lineup. But like you said, the results weren't there. And at the end of the day, that's how you measured in the sport, like it or not. That's how you measured in terms of an athlete and a hockey player here is in wins and losses. And we came up short. I didn't think we played terribly. Obviously, I don't think we played well either. Austin's a good, mature team. A lot of veteran players came back. I thought they managed the puck very well. They were opportunistic on their power plays. And I thought Wichita did a really good job. They were winless up to that point. So I thought you got a little desperation out of them. Good goaltending early on, and then they were able to pull away late. I thought we had a good surge in the third period. Some really good pushback by our guys, but then gave up an untimely goal that took the wind out of our sails.
So after going 1-3 in the showcase, time to move ahead, and it seems like you've done so. As you, before we started the recording, you told me about a couple of additions to the team. Give us an idea of what's going on.
Yeah, we've re-added Anthony Calafiore to the team after a short stint in the United States Hockey League. Anthony joined the team this week for practice, so comes back as a veteran player for us who had a really solid rookie year. And obviously he'll be a big part of what we're trying to do with our forward group. So we're excited to have him back. He's eager to get back to work here in Jersey. And, he had a good week of practice in preparation for the weekend. So he's excited to go. And we also acquired goaltender Andrew Takis last night in a trade with the North Iowa Bulls. Andrew will be joining the team this weekend and be active on the roster. So we're excited to add a veteran presence to the back end there. Andrew's had success in this league, both in the regular season and has some playoff experience as well, which I think is important for us. That's where we want to go. And he's been there. He's a motivated kid coming in as an uncommitted 20-year-old, and has a track record of success in the league. Was part of the top prospect showcase this past year up in Fogarty Arena in Minnesota. So I think Andrew will come in, and we're excited to have him and add him to the group. And I think he'll be a good presence to have in the room with young Ben Charette.
So now the schedule shifts exclusively to a divisional schedule. Did you get a chance throughout the showcase to scout the other teams in the division, talk to maybe some of the teams from the Midwest and the South that actually played these guys?
Yeah, I think a credit to the other coaches in our division. They've been there for so many years now, and we have an idea of what they want to do. Obviously, the Rebels had a break last year and they didn't play, but you watch them play over that showcase, and you get a lot of the prototypical Rebel style of play. I don't think that'll change there in terms of that. Their coaching staff does a good job of preparing those players to play hard and play honest. And I think you know what you're getting with those guys. You have to have your chin strap locked in and be ready to work, because they're going to work, and their passion and effort was evident. They struggled early in the showcase. They made some changes and improvements, and I thought they showed glowingly for their guys. I thought they looked very strong by the end of the showcase. So yeah, we've done that. We've watched every team in the division, tried to get some views on them in terms of just getting a general idea, and then you got to go back and do your work on video throughout the week. And as always, Bobby and Kyle have done a great job of preparing our team pre-scout wise for that. Now it's about going out and executing, and limiting your errors and your mistakes.
Speaking of the Rebels, that's the next opponent. You'll head out to Western New York pretty much in a couple of hours. They've had, again, as you mentioned, they had the year off, so they're essentially a expansion team, but 3-1 during the showcase. As you mentioned, that is again, expansion teams in junior hockey, they don't really exist because of the turnover, but that's a nice start for them guys.
Absolutely, and it was a strong effort. There was remarkable change there between the first and second, and first and third, and first and fourth game. They made improvement. They made changes in their lineup that obviously paid dividends for them. They had strong goaltending throughout. And again, like you talk about, this expansion team, it is and it isn't, only because they're able to acquire players who have experience in the league and in junior hockey, and they've done that. And they have an identity in terms of how they want to play and what they want to achieve tactically for 200 foot. So, it's not the prototypical, like you had mentioned, an expansion franchise per se in professional sports leagues. That team's coming. They worked hard. They made the appropriate changes they felt were necessary early on. And I thought they showed well. And again, we watched them at the showcase, watched our video on them here, and we'll be prepared to make any adjustments that we have to in game as well. So it's always a chess match, a good rivalry between the two clubs, and we'll look forward to get there. It's a great early season test for us here.
So again, this weekend from the Northwest Arena in Jamestown, New York, Titans, Jamestown Rebels, Friday, Saturday, both 7:05 starts, and both on Hockey TV. And by the way, fans, the home opener is coming October 1st against Maryland. You're going to want to be there, as we had great crowds towards the end of last year. Looking forward to more of the same this year. So make sure you head to njtitansnehl.com. Season tickets and single game tickets are available. Craig, have a safe trip and good luck this weekend.
Thanks, Tommy. I appreciate your time. Enjoy your weekend.
Well, there goes another edition of the New Jersey Titans Coaches Corner. Again, make sure you head to the website, get your tickets. We'll be back on October 1st. Can't wait to call my first game. But also this weekend, if you want a little early taste of NAHL style hockey, we've got the NA3 team starting up against the Bay State Bobcats. Again, that's starting on Saturday night at 8 and Sunday afternoon at 4:30. So come on out to the arena and get an early taste of New Jersey Titans hockey. I'm Tom Willms. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you real soon.